What if the secret to success wasn't some grand, brilliant idea? What if it was just about the small, everyday habits? The ones nobody sees: a clean home, a well-organized desk. That's what this story is about. A man who was drowning in debt found his way back by cleaning his bathroom. His name was Ken. He had a great job, a nice apartment, but things fell apart. He lost his job. The bills piled up. He stopped answering his phone. His apartment became a mess. Piles of laundry, dirty dishes everywhere. The dust gathered. His life felt as messy as his home. His friend, a successful business owner, saw how bad things were. Ken was too proud to ask for money, but his friend knew that wasn't the real solution. "Don't worry about the money," his friend said. "Just go home, clean your toilet, scrub it until it shines." Ken thought it was a crazy suggestion, a joke. But his friend was serious, so Ken went home. He went into his bathroom. He stared at the toilet. It was filthy. He grabbed a brush. He started to scrub. As he cleaned, he started to cry. The tears fell. He cried for his lost job, for the debt, for the life he used to have. He cried as he cleaned. The more he scrubbed, the more he cried. He realized the dirt wasn't just on the toilet. It was inside him. All the negative feelings, the shame, the sadness. The cleaning was a way to get it all out. It was a physical act, but it was a mental release. After he was done, he felt different. Lighter. He felt a sense of accomplishment. It wasn't a huge thing, but it was something. He realized he could take control. He could start small. He started cleaning his whole apartment. He sorted the papers, he washed the dishes, he organized his clothes. As he cleaned, his mind started to clear up. He started making a list, a plan. He got a part-time job. He started paying off his debt little by little. He saw his friend again a year later. Ken had a new job. He had paid off all his debt. He was doing well. "I don't know why, but cleaning my toilet saved me," he told his friend. The friend just smiled. He knew the secret. The act of cleaning had changed Ken's mindset. It was a powerful tool. The second part of the story is about a flight attendant named Sarah. She worked in first class for 16 years. She was a keen observer. She noticed that the super rich, the successful entrepreneurs, didn't behave the way she expected. They weren't just sitting back, relaxing. They were always working. She learned that their success came from small, consistent habits. One of the biggest things she noticed was their constant desire to learn. She'd see them reading newspapers. This was before the internet was everywhere. But they weren't just reading the headlines, they were reading the business sections, the detailed reports. They were always looking for new information. When they got on the plane, they would put the newspapers away. Then they would pull out books. Not just thrillers or romance novels, they were reading history books, biographies. They were always trying to learn something new, to find a mentor, a guide, a hero in the pages of a book. They had a thirst for knowledge. It was a quiet kind of ambition. It showed her that successful people are constantly trying to improve themselves. But the most surprising thing she learned was about pens. It sounds so simple, but it was a huge lesson. She noticed that first-class passengers never borrowed pens. Never. They always had their own. A pen might seem like a small detail, but to her, it was a symbol of being prepared. It meant they were ready to work, to take notes, to sign documents. They were always ready to get things done. Sarah started to carry her own pen, too. She started taking notes. She wrote down the names of her passengers, their favorite drinks, a little detail they might have mentioned. She learned to remember their stories, to make a personal connection. This simple habit changed her life. It helped her build relationships. It helped her get to know her clients better. It helped her build her own business. She became a consultant and a speaker, all because of a pen. The last thing she noticed was their approach to time. They treated time like it was the most valuable thing they had. When they got on a plane, they didn't just drift off. They had a schedule. They had time for work, time for rest, time for reading. Every minute was planned. They were deliberate. They didn't just let time pass. they used it. They were in control of their lives. So, what's the real takeaway? Success isn't about being born with a genius mind. It's not about winning the lottery. It's about small habits, a clean space to clear your mind, a pen to be prepared, a book to keep learning. It's about taking small steps every day, being deliberate, being in control. The little things add up. The little things are what lead to big results.